Hi everybody and welcome back to Twilight Princess HD. In the last episode we returned to the Ordon province, to our hometown, once again to get something from the mayor, Bo, in order to help us with the problem in Kakariko village. So in today's episode we're going to head back to Kakariko village now that we've found the solution to our problem. But before we do so, there is something else in Ordon village that we can do at this very point in time, and that is we can head all the way back up to Ordon Ranch. Oh, I just realised I can't hit the A button to go faster in Ordon Village for some reason. I guess there are some areas like that where it doesn't allow you to do such a thing. Presumably in like built-up areas, like Ordon Village is apparently quite built up. And hello, Fado! It's been a while. Jack! That was terrible. Jack! That might do. No fooling, the tots are safe. And on top of that, they're all in Kakariko village. Oh shucks, you don't need to worry about that now. You're incredible, but I can already see everyone's smiley faces. So, yeah, now we've talked to Fado. He now knows the whereabouts of the children, but if we talk to him again... Well, hey there, Jack, brought a pony, huh? Well, how's about it? Want to round up them goats for the first time in a dog's age? Or a wolf's age, you might say. Ha ha ha. I bet these cubs are sure happy to see you. Sure thing. Let's do goat herding for the third time in the game. There are 20 this time, much like the second time, but in this case we have the time limit actually matters. If we can herd all the goats into the barn in under, I think it's in under 2 minutes, so it's not too difficult at all. Where the hell's this goat going? You went a little bit too far, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to start funneling them back in again. I keep using the word funneling for goat herding, but it fits. It's exactly what we're doing, we're funneling the goats in. I think I've done a better job of it this time, actually. So yeah, 2 minutes, not entirely that difficult. Usually I can do this in around 1 minute. Sometimes less, sometimes more, and wow! Wow! That's probably the fastest I've ever done that, and I'm glad I got that recorded. 37 seconds. Oh, wait, you're right, Jack, you'd wrapped up in just 37 seconds. Thanks to you, I wrapped up things a mite earlier today. Hey, as promised, here's a little healthy gift for y'all. Good luck out there, bud. And we get our 6th piece of heart. I'll start on a new heart container. It's a good thing I was able to wrap it earlier today, thanks to you helping me out, bud. Thanks for telling Jack. Yeah, you don't stop going on about it, jeez. I get it, you're grateful. Shut up. But there is something else in Ordon Ranch. Hello, I see you in there. But we can't actually do it yet. There's only one other thing up in Ordon province that we need to do. So it's kind of a pain to come all the way back out here just for this one single thing. But there's also this guy. Hey, it's the postman. We can't just let the goats eat a messy looking letter like this. So that might seem a bit curious, but the postman is actually kind of a funny character because he appears in various locations in this sort of squatting pose. And we can talk to him and he gives us varying messages. It's like a little, nice little hidden Easter egg, I guess, in the game. I'll try and show off his many locations. I think there's like 4 or 5 places he appears, just squatting in random corners and trying to figure out where to deliver letters to. It's kind of a funny thing. But yeah, there's one other thing in Ordon Ranch that I need to grab, but I can't do that for a long time, and then it's just a pain just to trek all the way back up to Ordon Ranch again. Never mind, I will do so. Anyway, that's all we can do for now over in Ordon province, so let's head on back to Kakariko village. It is a long trek, really. Kind of wish we could skip travel in human form, or fast travel, whatever you want to call it. But no, portals are only exclusive to Wolf-Link. I guess that's sort of spoilerish. Like, you can only use portals when you're Wolf-Link. Does that mean that we'll eventually have the ability to use portals as Human Link? That's sort of a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but I don't know. It's a bit of weird game design there, I suppose. Giving us access to the portals when we can only use them as Wolf Link. And here we are back out on Hyrule Field. As we can see, the curtain of Twilight is still covering a lot of the eastern lands, or I suppose if you're playing the original version it'd be the western lands. So that's kind of confusing, I guess, if you're used to playing the non-mirrored version I'll be referring to like East and West, but it won't be the same in your version. But I've mentioned it before, but I do get very disorientated looking at footage of the GameCube version. It's like, that shouldn't be there, that should be on the other side. But no, that's just because the whole game's mirrored, for whatever reason. While we're out in Kakariko Gorge, there is something that I want to show, but is nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do about it just yet. But there is this very conspicuous wall, this rock. I wonder what we'll be able to do with that eventually. What classic Zelda item might get me through that? Same up this way as well. There is, in fact, we can progress up this way. I'm stalling a little bit, just because I feel like this episode might be a bit short if I don't show this stuff off. If you head up this path, it's blocked by... or it should be, it's blocked, yeah, it's blocked by rocks. Okay. That's all I wanted to show, and we can't progress any further that way, so now let's head back to Kakariko Village. I cannot pronounce my words today. Oh, what? Okay, that totally looks like we should be able to jump that, but no, can't do that, I'm afraid. I can't let you do that, Epona. I do like how they add the trumpets to the Hyrule Field theme when you're on Epona's back. I mentioned before in a previous Let's Play, but I love dynamic music like that. And unusually, as soon as we vault the gate, it enters a cutscene. So this is one of those iconic moments in Twilight Princess that you tend to remember quite vividly, is Colin being stolen again, once again by King Bulblin, for the second time I guess. Jack, hurry! They fled north towards the field. Now that we have Epona, of course we can clear fences, and now we can visit a new field, in this case Western Hyrule Field, or I guess Eastern Hyrule Field. And here we greet King Bulblin and Colin on a stick. Just dip into a pot of sauce. Delicious. You're our Mr. Colin sandwich. So yeah, this is one of the most highly remembered parts of Twilight Princess, is this Bulblin ambush. And this is our first instance of proper horseback combat. Horseback attack, you might say. Oh, I might make that the title of the video. I love the alliteration. So now we have to pursue King Bulblin through the field and take a few swipes at him. I'm going to charge up my spin attack, I think. Just get a bit of damage on him. Can be quite hard to keep up, but you can Z-target him. I was just swinging at thin air there. A little bit concerned about the Bulblins behind me and all their arrows, but when they pin you in like that, or not pin you in like that, you can use a spin attack just to get out again. Whoa, 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 he's sort of heading towards us. And Z-targeting air is a little bit difficult because sometimes you just lock onto completely the wrong thing. Like, oh, I'm taking a little bit too much damage from these arrows. The arrows are pretty much just chip damage. Maybe I should deal with, yeah, all the other Bulblins first. So that's sort of remembered in the sense that for the first Twilight Princess trailer, where it wasn't even called Twilight Princess, It was just called The Legend of Zelda. And people were all excited about these realistic, mature graphics and stuff. Looking at it now, I'm not sure how realistic it quite is with some of these character designs, but yeah, for the time, it was quite exciting seeing Link fighting on horseback, because this was the first time you could do such a thing in a Zelda game. And now, we joust! Sort of. I think he just charges into us, doesn't really have a weapon to joust us with. He'll just try and ram us off the bridge. It's the Bridge of Ordon. Once again, a very memorable location in this game, if only because it was used in Super Smash Bros. As a stage. So I guess if you haven't played a Zelda game before, what's wrong with you? I mean, sorry. If you haven't played a Zelda game before but you played a Smash Bros. Game, you'll recognise this location, because it's very, very iconic. And I should have charged my spin attack sooner than that. That's stupid. Can be difficult to get a second blow on him. Let me turn around quickly. I find that he sort of sways a bit when you sway as well. Yeah, you have to swerve out the way, otherwise you're going to get hit and go flying off the bridge. And I think that would kill me, because I only got 2 hearts left. But at the same time, you need to hit him. You need to like brush past him really close with your sword. Okay, let me see if I can get in. Go this way. There we go, got him. And he goes flying. Little abrupt cut there in the cutscene. He just goes flying through the air. We didn't even hit him that hard, for God's sake. I think he's just exaggerating. I don't know why, but the opponent looks really jank there. Something's wrong with their legs, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm ruining the tender moment for you. Sorry. Jack. Is everyone okay? Good. You've killed me! Good. Beth, I'm sorry, for shoving you. Are you mad? I think I finally understand. I understand what my dad meant when he told me I needed to be stronger like you, Jack. He wasn't talking about strength, like lifting stuff. He was talking about being brave. Jack, you saved me, didn't you? Yes, I did. Again. You better be grateful. You can do anything. You can do something to help the Gorons in the mine too, can't you, Jack? So, now that that's up the way, now we can head up Death Mountain and see what those Gorons are up to. We can go up to the mines and see what they're up to. I'm getting deja vu. I feel like I've said that before. Like a couple of episodes ago. We're going up Death Mountain now, anyway. But before we do such a thing, let's talk to Tallow. I can't believe Colin, that was a really brave thing for him to do, huh? Especially since he's such a weakling. Jeez, give him a break. Come on, he's already been knocked out. He is going to be alright, right? And Mallow, he hasn't even come by to say get well soon, what's he thinking? He said he was going to get started and hasn't come out of that closed up shop since. Jack, could you talk some sense into that kid? Maybe he just wants some alone time, to get started. Don't even get me started. But, oh, what am I doing? If we go into this building, which now has Mallow's face plastered on the outside, we find something a little bit different in Kakariko Village. If we look in the back, there are oh, what's this actually? That's a shield. I might take that. Hey, you can look at stuff, but don't you dare just take things. That's my valuable merchandise. You want it? You pay for it. As long as you have enough rupees. I decided to take on this unmanned shop. Buy something. It helps the whole village if you do. So yes, Mallow, this small child, somehow has now access to a bunch of merchandise that we can buy. And there is something here that we really, really want. And that is a Hylian shield. Worth 200 rupees. It's quite expensive, obviously, but at the same time, it's worth it. Because our wooden shield is not going to be particularly good in the next area. It says here, it's metal and will never burn. It's Hylian shield. And that's the only shield that we can get. Once you buy it, you keep it for good. So if we look at our inventory screen, let's equip our new... where's my cursor? There it is. Let's equip our new Hylian shield. So I was debating about making this run a little bit harder for myself by doing a shieldless run as well as quadruple damage. But at the same time, I like being like completionist and having everything. And the Ordon, in order to have no shield, you need to burn away your wooden shield and then have nothing to replace it with. But if we burn away our Ordon shield, we will never get another Ordon shield. We can buy a wooden shield, which is a different name. But there is only one exclusive Ordon shield, and I plan on keeping that forever. But now we have a Hylian shield, we don't need to worry about any of that anymore. But I feel like that's enough for this episode. It might be a little bit shorter than usual, but if I continue going up Death Mountain right now, it's going to go on for too long, so I'm just going to end it here, and in the next episode we will climb up Death Mountain. So I will see you then. Bye for now.